How do my art communicate to the world? People create something and that visual affects people's feelings and memories, and art and mural doesn't talk, but it speaks to you and it have some kind of communication. My name is Shogo Ota. I am artist, designer in Kamano Island. I have been printed with my art into scarves, jerseys, wine bottles. I recently did a gin and vodka for a local company, silk screen printed posters, mugs, yeah, everything, everything you see, yes. My hometown is Gifu Prefecture. I actually wanted to go to university in Japan, but I failed all exams. Went to Idaho and started studying English. Never thought about it being a professional artist or designer. 5 years later, moved to Seattle for this internship for graphic design company. I made a poster for just fun. I submitted to the local newspaper called The Stranger in Seattle, and then they used it for cover art. Then I started my own studio. I decided to use the name the guy Taiman and Taiman Studio. And it's been like about 12, 13 years. Lots of people ask me my style, which I do not have just one style. One person called me, oh, you have a style like a chameleon. I have drawn chameleon before, yes. There's a big mural in Soto. It's like 100 foot wide, big chameleon piece on the warehouse. I do love making things to surprise people, yes. I like the reactions, and I like my art becoming their memories and surprise moments, and even like small gift, make them a little happy. I love that. I work with Sounders and Krakens, Seattle Krakens, and now Seattle Rain. When my art becomes jerseys and scarves, yes, I feel really special, and then being a part of the community and the team at the same time. That's, one of the, achievements every time I work on it. So I have done World Cup poster, Seattle poster. That was competitive work. So I have to submit my portfolio and the sketch first. And I heard over 200 people submitted. I was really proud and surprised that I got selected and won that competition. So this is my original sketch. I usually write down the theme and what they're looking for and key, words. That's the orca tail with looming field arch on top part together, and then Seattle map inside in really abstract way. I like those visual ideas that gives you answer right away. So it almost communicates right away, and then, I think that's one of the biggest achievements I've done. The World Cup is, I think, one of the biggest sports events in the world. It means a lot, and I feel really lucky about that. I do love seeing my art actually in the real world. Sometimes I see people wearing it, not randomly in the city. That makes me really happy and feels my art is alive. Going to FIFA World Cup was definitely one of my bucket list, since I was little. Many people will see that, and then, especially for younger kids, might come visit Seattle for the World Cup or sightseeing around that time. If my poster became their kind of visual memories, 10, 20 years later, I remember I went to Seattle with my parents and the World Cup was going on, and I saw the orca whale poster, and I used to have that in my room, So my art can create that kind of memories for small kids or, any people. I think that's really amazing. So this mural project is for the city of Bellingham. I'll be working on that next couple of weeks. I'm thinking some kind of cool, high contrast, like Pacific Northwest animals in there. The movement of pencil helps me a lot. It's almost conversational process. I can use the visual for giving myself some feedbacks and then draw something new and then edit a little bit and then make it better and better little by little. I think it's pretty close to the sketch. I didn't change the concept much. It's just little details. So it's like a big circle shape, and there's two animals, big salmon on the bottom, tails on the top, and then Mount Baker, because this is Bellingham, and little sun there, and the eagles flying over. People usually check our works like on a cell phone or computer, but if you actually be there and then see how big it is, and the energy from the art is totally different from screens. Yeah, I love what I do. That makes me keep going and happy. Because I cannot do this by myself. I always need to work with the team or clients or community, and all my projects are different, but always with someone. So I love the connections and teamwork and the results. Already like people, they're kind of walking by here and gave us like lots of good compliments. Like, oh, that looks so cool. They're already taking photos of it. Yeah. Art is really part of the community and people's life and good inspirations and everything, like really good vibe. Yeah.